Hello there gang, Devere here with another Pass Blast, playing the final instalment in the Brothers in Arms series, Hell's Highway, released back in 2008, which was developed by Gearbox Software and published by Ubisoft. So let's have a quick glance at our options. We've got a fair decent amount. Of course, rebindable controls. There's also controller support, at least for the Xbox 360 controller, but I am of course playing mouse and keyboard. Some gameplay options. We'll see most of these in action in the game, hopefully. Video settings, a bit limited, but there's some. Interface, if you're playing this on the authentic difficulty, they're disabled automatically. They're just the in-game icons. And finally a few audio settings. So what do we get content-wise? Well, the first bit of bad news really is that the skirmish mode that was introduced in Earned in Blood has gone. Multiplayer used GameSpy servers. So unless you're using a third-party service such as Tungle or Marchi, then you're probably not getting much multiplayer either now. That's probably dead. Because of course the GameSpy servers were shut down some considerable time ago. So you've got your campaign. Luckily, however, it is a rather long campaign. Although some of these chapters are just cutscenes. However, as you see, each main chapter is now divided into sub chapters, so you can replay sort of different parts of the game. So let's see what would be let's try this one. Backyards of Eindhoven. I'll just put on veteran. There's honestly not a lot of difficult changes in the difficulty settings, which we'll discuss shortly.
Where are the damn Germans hiding at now?
So of course this is built on the Unreal 3 engine, and as such still looks pretty fantastic, to my eyes at least. Certainly not ugly looking. So that's similar to any of the other Brothers in Arms series. You've got your different teams, which they've been expanded on as well, that you can manoeuvre around. So let's get these guys over there, and get those guys there. You can't talk to your troops anymore either, but then with the amount of cutscenes in this game. Right, pile on some fire, chaps. Let's see who else we've got. So they can come. Oops, didn't mean that. So cover's also, certain cover is now destructible. That fence there. And break their cover away. Let's move get these guys to suppress fire on that MG. So that was something that was removed in Earned in Blood. That's back now, is that you can suppress MGs. Now, can they get a shot on it? And oh no, we got it. Good shot, good shot. So yes, your teams have been expanded. Sometimes you can have machine gun teams. In this case, we've got the bazooka team, who are good for destroying strong points. And we have our normal assault team. With the previous games, it was always basically an assault team and a fire support team. So that's definitely a good expansion. Hello, someone can see me. Another nice little addition. As you saw with the troops there, you can actually bound over small cover. Because it was a bit of a problem in the early games. A fence like this you'd have to walk around. No more. Right, let's see about trying to force these guys out of here. As you see, they're quite nice sizable maps now as well. Oh, and talking of maps, the overview, the overhead view. Finally, it's just a straight top-down look at the area, which of course it was a 3D sort of representation that you could pan around in. It wasn't really much use in the early Brothers in Arms. Now it actually is, as you can see where flanking routes and where walls are blocking you off are much improved. You can still cycle through your units and such like. So let's leave that. Now, where's the best way to get? Might be able to get myself. So, there's the action cam in action. Yes, there's some sort of sniper elite moments where you get particularly impressive explosions or headshots that. Let's get the right weapon for the job. Whoops. Now you'll notice I've gone red. So this is a very divisive addition to the series. Regen health. Health is handled completely different. As you'll notice now, none of my soldiers have direct health icons above them. Can those guys get... I don't suppose we'll suppress anything from here. Let's bring them down. Yes, so 1 or 2 bullets will pretty much kill your troops at whatever difficulty level you're playing on. So you do need them to be quite suppressed before you move them round. Let's try and move them up to this. Try and put some fire on them. But yeah, you directly now, you get regenerating health instead of a health level that has to last the mission. What I'll do is I'll bring these chaps up this way. I'm going to push it here quickly. See if I can't pull a headshot or 2 off. Yeah, the regenerating health for you makes it a little bit easier to... Oh yes, there's now also cover-based shooting. And the gunplay's also been changed. When you first zoom in, or if you get suppressed, you get a lot of scope sway, and then it steadies down. Becomes a bit like a... does become a bit like a laser after that. Let's break some of this cover away. There's also a proper... Oops, I'm about to get killed if I don't get... You see, this is what makes it a little bit easier now, is that you can kind of solo a lot more of the game because you're not worried about your health so much anymore. Yeah, that's a bit of a... can we get some fire on that? Right, let's move these guys up to there. Let's just move them here now, they're fully suppressed. Put some more fire down. Right, let's get... the specialist teams do have reload times for your machine guns and your bazookas. So you can't just spam explosives at them. Right, you guys move up there. But yes, so the health system does allow you sort of to kind of close distances that you wouldn't have done in the other game and quickly get into cover. So it is a little bit easier in many ways than the earlier games. So the fact that you can now also suppress, you can suppress machine guns again, you can suppress AA guns, you can even suppress tanks. Makes it a bit odd. Okay, fall in, chaps. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter because here's one of the sort of solo moments. Only a very short solo moment. Yeah, you get a few more kind of Call of Duty moments now when you're on your own. There's a sniper level and one where you've got to clear a building. So that's obviously why they've gone for the regen health. And yeah, lots of cutscenes. This game has a lot of cutscenes in it. It's trying to be a little bit more epic. It's also trying to tie up the story, of course. Right, you guys, bazooka team here.
Stay low and get moving.
This is definitely nice. Unless they're spotted, they will not fire on the enemy until you tell them to. At last. So it's definitely a great addition.
Hit him hard! There's 3 of them in that position.
Good. Keep fire on them. You guys move this way. They're going to go flanking round the back.
Move fast! Moving out.
You guys come up here.
Double time!
Actually, did they get the rest of those? No, not to worry. So story, yes, it's a very big part of this game, and it's a bit... the quickest way to describe it.
I need you over there.
Should have covered down here, make sure there wasn't any enemies down there.
Get over there.
Still the odd occasional issue when you're trying to direct your troops around, you want to pressing fire on and you accidentally move them instead. That could still happen. Oh, can you see?
Don't stop fire.
There we go. Right, let's move these guys up.
Dawson, that way. Double time. Heading there now.
And there's our target for tonight. Yeah, A-gun.
You're lucky I have to Jasper, move now.
Oops, let's see those.
Give 'em all we got.
Keep suppressing. Keep suppressing.
Fire now.
So yes, it is really just to regen health and a somewhat cliched story. Let's put a quick grenade in there. You can have a proper grenade indicator. Oh yeah, some December in it as well.
All right, squad. Get over here.
Come on, chaps, let's move out. Actually, no, let's not, because I've got to blow that up.
The bazooka there.
I've got to stay away from this while I blow it up. Oh, there's even a sort of sprint now. But you don't handle very well. Sort of become a bit of a barge like that. It's very strange. Alright, that's it. Fall in, chaps.
I need you all here now.
Right, let's get our...
Set up over there. Go in there now. Quick, get over there. Fire on that position.
hopefully give them cover while they move across. That down there is the AA guns. So that's a nice touch. You now actually have proper icons for the enemy types, because that doesn't have anything on it. They're just standard troopers. If there's enemy troops with RPGs or suppression. Ouch, that's nearly done me in. Yeah, the cannons still do tend to... Oh, hello. When did he get killed? Oh well, not to worry. War's hell and all that. Got you guys move over there, fire into that. So now I can use the regen health to push it in a way that I would not have been able to do in the earlier series of Brothers in Arms. As you can see now, because of the improved gunplay, it's much easier to solo it. You also get supply drops now in games. You know, you can just pretty much refill and rearm. Right, let's see. Let's get you guys here. Oops. Oh, yeah, that was a bit silly. I didn't suppress those guys before I moved my troops up. Oh, no, they're good. But I do occasionally, even when they're fully suppressed, whoops, into cover quick. Yeah, when enemies fully suppressed, they can still score a lucky hit on your troops and get a kill on them. See, it makes it so much easier being able to just quickly regen health and solo round in a way that you wouldn't have done in the earlier games. And that's pretty much one of the things that makes the difficulty levels not that much different. Get both of them to fire on them. Oh, I've got them anyway. Especially for moments like YOLOing. Things like, oh, hello, there's somebody over there. I wasn't paying attention. Let's see if we get them down. Right. I really want to move some of my troops up at this moment in time. Try and take him out. There we go. Yeah, so that's really the biggest downside of the game. That, and to say the story's a little bit, sorry, wrong one. That's it. Get them both on them actually. Can you get a rocket onto it from that distance? Probably not. Where do I want to move? I'm going to go back up this way and try and move them down, I think. Whilst everything's suppressed. I'm going to get a rocket launcher down there. That's good. Move, 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 chaps. Still need to get your rocket launchers, RPGs to flank. You keep them suppressed. You can't just directly destroy them straight ahead. Well, that didn't work very well. That was the wrong cover. There's also been a few other changes. In the previous games you could of course mount machine guns. They're handled a bit differently now. Although with everyone dead, I'm not sure I'm going to get a chance to show you too much. I'm not going to really destroy this gun anyway, because that's the last part of the mission. Let's get you guys up here. Don't want to be able to have that staring at me. Is there a way around the back here? No. See, that's basically an 88 hit to the face, and I can tank that because of the health. Get this guy down so I can push up. So I wish I had my Garand at the moment. I should just be able to hopefully tank that down. So I shan't bother destroying that. That's the end of this mission. Well, that didn't go too well for these guys, but again, like the other Earned in Blood ones, you don't lose them permanently unless they die in the story, so it's not that big a problem. So what I should do is quickly show you the tank combat. I think I've seen the basic ones. So yeah, there's a lot of improvements there. The fact you've got different types of teams now: machine gunners, bazookas, as well as your standard assaulters and suppressors. And the last chapter actually lets you free fire teams under your control. It's a pity they didn't do that for the rest of the game, or at least certain other missions. But for the most part, you've basically got your two teams, unless you're sent off on one of your single player missions to clear an area. But tanks now are different as well. Yeah, previously, of course, you could get on the back of a tank. You still had to control it with the control markers. Now you don't. Now you take direct control when you're given a tank. It only happens a couple of times in the game. You can now duck into your turret, but you lose your machine gun. Oops. We don't want them getting too close. They're the chaps of RPGs. The Panzerschrecks. Well, this is quite nice. They can actually kill you directly or kill your tank. Oops. The wreckage there. And again, some really, really nice, well-designed maps. I appear to be trying to get a bit closer. Don't really want that. We'll get around to concluding our dealings here shortly. So yeah, story-wise, it's not brilliant, if in all honesty. It's all to do with a pistol. It's a bit hard to explain. Watch out for those. See that there? That means that's a German machine gun. Where are these RPG dudes? Oops, that's something we don't want. That's an 88. As I say, there's limited destructible environments now, so as they're in that carriage. That missed, really? I'll take this gun out first. So yes, all in all, a decent final part of the chapters. I mean, it does end with a to be continued. Where are these guys hiding? Quickly hide and heal my health again. Yeah, so that is really the biggest. It's quite a bit easier because of the changes to health than previous. Oh, I see. There are no sandbags on top of that. Does make it quite a bit. Yeah, it makes it quite a bit easier than previous instalments of the game. What, one of them survived? Really? I'll put into that then. There's even a bit later on where I think it's trying to sort of show combat fatigue and battle stress. It kind of... What, that missed? Really? But it goes almost like supernatural, which really, really not fitting. Oops, there's one right there. The tank also has health. Get a shot on that one from here. I can. So yeah, it is a good game. It is just to regen health, making things quite a lot easier. The fact that you can tank so much damage, you can solo a lot of areas that you wouldn't have been able to do in the previous games. So will there be a fourth part? Is the next question. Hard to say, of course. There was that awful attempt at that Furious 4 thing, which was obviously inspired by Team Fortress 2, which was a big thing at the time, and had absolutely nothing to do with Brothers in Arms. It was just Ubisoft and Gearbox trying to make use of the name, which luckily never happened. And it does prove once again that what can, if gamers actually stick to sort of together when they say we're not going to buy games or we're not going to support bad practices, it proves that games development companies actually listen to us. Unfortunately, we don't do it nearly often enough, hence why we end up with so much DLC and loot boxes and all the other drivel we've got these days, instead of full games like this. As I say, the story, as cringy as it is in places, it is a full story. I mean, go back to the menu because it's just a big another cutscene now. There is lots of cutscenes. Voice acting is really good. So if you look through here, so much of these are kind of what's all cutscenes. There's lots of in between cutscenes connecting all of these as well a lot of the time. They put a lot of effort into this game. I say the fact it still looks very good by today's standards, at least in my eyes. It stood the test of time. So yeah. Hopefully, will there be a fourth? Who knows? But at the moment, at least, it's worth buying the pack. The game's usually sold, at least on Steam and other places, as a pack of free games. You get all 3 chapters. Even if it's not on sale, it's only about £12 or something like that. It tells it on Steam. Well worth the money for the amount of gameplay you get. The fact that Earned in Blood still has the skirmish mode. It's just a great shame they got rid of that for this version. That would have made this an absolute no-brainer. Well, it's already a no-brainer. So anyway, gang, let's conclude our dealings here. Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway. An excellent addition to the series. Still not quite good as Earned in Blood, in my opinion. Even though there's a lot of smoothing that's been added, such as vaulting, more reliable gunplay. It's just that regenerating health does make it a little bit too easy. Even on all Authentic does is remove those icons. Doesn't make it any more easy. You still get the ability to dive into cover and keep yourself alive longer than you should do. Again, because of the few missions where you're sort of left to solo it, I guess they felt they had to. So who knows? So anyway, gang, thanks for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you found it useful and entertaining in some way. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to let me know you're alive. I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.